A Miami Heat insider has dropped a bombshell trade report regarding the Heat and their future in their search for an NBA superstar, and now that name has emerged for the Heat once again as the final piece of this team's big three. And after there was a lot of questions surrounding trading prospects for this player, who we all see as Kevin Durant, there has been a lot of discussion surrounding how the Heat can pull this off, even though he was just traded to the Houston Rockets, and now we see a huge update in regards to this whole situation, and we are going to jump right into it as always, guys. But before we do that, if you're part of that 79% that's not subscribed to Heat Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily Miami Heat updates. We have a lot of great videos coming out every single day that you do not want to miss out on, so make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a single Miami Heat update all season long. It's the season, it's going to be here before we know it, and I'm super excited. But let's jump in and discuss this. Look, as we know, Kevin Durant was recently acquired by the Houston Rockets in a trade that sent most notably Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks to the Phoenix Suns in return. Durant now joins another team as he's really bounced around the league a lot ever since leaving the Golden State Warriors. And, I mean, whether it's been Brooklyn, Phoenix, or Houston, we now see Durant trying once again to be the best player on a championship team, which in a lot of ways he was with the Golden State Warriors as well, but it was Steph Curry's team after all, and the Heat were one of the teams with the most interest in Kevin Durant. The Heat have been interested in Kevin Durant since he became a free agent in 2016, where he ultimately opted to sign with the Golden State Warriors, making basketball very boring for a couple of years because we knew exactly what the outcome was going to be. But that's not the point of this video. It's still so annoying that he did that. But we know the Heat have had long-standing interest in Kevin Durant for 9 years now, and even though he's now 37 years old, we still see the Heat with major interest going forward, specifically in regards to next year, as Barry Jackson revealed that Durant will forever be a Heat possibility if he makes it to free agency. The Heat always has him held in high regard, but key members of the organization disagreed about which players to offer in trade negotiations with Phoenix back in June. And as Fadeaway World mentioned, the Miami Heat were among several teams linked closely with Kevin Durant in trade negotiations this offseason. Although Durant was eventually traded to the Houston Rockets, the Heat came very close to finalizing a trade too. Miami's interest in acquiring Durant has been noted, although they came up short this time. They reportedly remain inclined to sign the star in free agency next summer. And even though Durant's getting older and a bit injury prone, he's still absolutely phenomenal. He's about to turn 37 years old, and last year he still looked like the same guy that we've always seen. He's put up 26 points per game last year, 26.5 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. He blocks shot per game, gets nearly a steal, is a solid defender who shoots with incredible efficiency, shooting 53% from the field and 43% from three, including 50% on corner threes. Kevin Durant, forever has always been that dude when it comes to scoring the ball, and the Miami Heat could desperately use another scorer, especially at that forward position. Durant would fit in absolutely perfectly with the Miami Heat, which is why the Heat discussed trading for Durant. However, it ultimately never ended up coming to fruition with the whole Kevin Durant situation, and we've seen now Twitter once again seeing Durant not end up on the Heat, saying the Heat are always trying to get Kevin Durant, or they're always interested in star players, stuff like that, but they are, and we know that's a fact with them. And Durant, he is a free agent at the end of this year. We do see a chance for him to leave the Houston Rockets behind. Now, obviously, there was a lot of talks about an extension that's likely going to happen between Durant and the Houston Rockets, but we also know how Kevin Durant is. The man bounces around teams like there's no tomorrow. He has no qualms about leaving his team, so with that in mind, we do understand that this is a real scenario that we can see Kevin Durant really go out there and bolt from the Rockets if things go poorly. And the Rockets are not guaranteed to be some excellent team next year. By no means is it a sure fact that Kevin Durant and the Rockets are going to have success. I mean, yeah, they got a nice team. Durant's great. Shangon's great. They have talent. Don't get me wrong. Amen Thompson is really coming into his own as a player. Really great player, in fact. So there's been a lot of good for the Rockets. There's a reason why they made the playoffs. They ultimately got eliminated in the first round, but they were playing the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors know how to win in playoff basketball. They also had the best player in the series, which that often matters. And look, the Rockets, they definitely have a chance to do something great this year. I'm personally not really betting on the Rockets, and in that situation, we very likely could see Kevin Durant decide that maybe he doesn't fully trust going there or going forwards with the Rockets towards the end of his career. Now, look, as mentioned by Fadeaway World, Barry Jackson noted that the Heat were unwilling to part with players like Khalil Ware or Nikola Jovic, both of whom are expected to be key pieces in the rotation in the upcoming season. The result of this commitment to their young players eventually led to Houston's big offer, helping them secure Durant. Given Miami's investment in their young talent, particularly players such as Ware and Jovic, the notion of the Heat setting their eyes on signing the star in free agency next summer is not outrageous. And these guys are huge parts of this team. I mean, Nikola Jovic, He put up 10.7 points per game last season with 4 rebounds and 3 assists as well. Shot 45% from the field and 37% from 3, and is still getting so much better. He has such a big ceiling. And speaking of big ceilings, Kel'el Ware has one as well. Ware put up 9 points per game last year, 7.4 rebounds, and 1 assist with a block per game as well, shooting 55% from the field and 31% from 3. Now, Ware continually got better and better and better as the season went on, but we saw from day one how talented that he was and what the future holds for a guy like Kel'el Ware, who's really viewed as a blue-chip prospect in basketball right now. And when it comes to all these blockbuster trade talks that involve the Miami Heat, Kel'el Ware is the prospect that other teams do want back because they see the vision with Ware. They see a Kristaps Porzingis-type player. They see one of those unicorn-type guys who can move, not like a 7-footer, can shoot the ball. Obviously, there's Wemby as well, but Wemby's a different beast, being 7'5", so that's a completely different thing. But when it comes down to it, with guys like Kel'el Ware, there really is a whole lot to like about this whole situation. And I really, really do see a world where the Heat decided to make the right call here by not trading them. I mean, it could go either way, but I think the Heat made the right call because they could still sign them in free agency, and then all of a sudden they still have young players, and they could even try to trade those young players then if they really decided that they wanted to do that, instead of going out there and trading away their young players for Durant. They could continue to build a team and then probably just stick it out with these young players because, I mean, Durant's older. If you go all in and you miss and you don't have Kel'el Ware anymore, it could be an issue, and also you need some bigs, and Kel'el Ware's a big, so obviously there's a lot of reasons to keep Ware, and I'm very pro keeping Kel'el Ware on this team. So obviously that's going to be a huge part of things as well going forward. But we look at guys like Jovic, who played in Summer League, and Kel'el Ware. They both played in Summer League, and, well, Jovic didn't last season because he's in year 3, but Kel'el Ware did, and he looked really good. I mean, the man balled out in Summer League once again, putting up 15.6 points, 8 rebounds, and getting a steal, and nearly 2 blocks per game, shooting 37% from 3 and 46% from the field. Ware looked good, and he's continued to look good, which is no surprise here. And also, Goran Dragic did have to say this about Nikola Jovic. I'm telling you one thing. I'm expecting big things this season for Nico. So, there's a lot of hype around Jovic as well, and we've seen Jovic absolutely ball out with Serbia in Eurobasket, where, as NBA Stats mentioned, despite Serbia's loss, Nikola Jovic had a tournament to remember. He averaged 12.8 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.8 assists on 60% shooting and 52.4% from 3 on 3.5 attempts per game. He could be huge for Miami next season. I'm definitely expecting him to be huge for Miami next season. I've talked a lot about how much I love Nikola Jovic as a player. I've really mentioned it a lot. I've hammered it home a lot, and I also like Kel'el Ware as well. There's a lot to like about this team, and they have their star players going forwards, but it is understandable that they're trying to get Durant. They're trying to continue to build. The Heat want to win a championship with this core. Obviously, Tyler Hero is a contract extension coming up. Bam's on a huge extension, so it's really becoming a now or never situation for the Heat, it feels like. And since it's the Heat, we know that's going to be now. Guys, what do you think about this man right here? Do you think the Heat should pursue him in free agency next year? Do you think it's possible? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. I'll catch you later.